Okay, we're going to look at a couple of examples here where we're taking a derivative and you need to recognize you can use the power function rule. First of all, this function f of x, I could rewrite this as 1 over x to the 1/2, which I can also rewrite as x to the negative 1/2. Now, I have a power function. So if we're taking a look at this, I can take the derivative of this function using the power function rule. So f prime of x equals, I'm going to bring out my exponent and multiply it. And then I'm going to take that exponent of negative 1/2 and I'm going to subtract 1. So I'll actually show that out. 1/2 minus 1. Again, your calculator can handle fractions very well, but you need to know how to do that. So I end up with negative 3/2. Now, a couple things I can do with this. I can leave it in this format, or I can put it back in radical format. If I was to put it back in radical format, okay, I would have to have a 1 in the denominator. In the numerator, I have my 2. I'm looking at bringing this down, which will make the exponent positive. Also, you should recognize that that 2 as a fraction is a square root. So I bring it down. I'm taking the square root of x cubed. So this is in the power function format. This is in radical format, but they say the exact same thing. You need to be very comfortable recognizing that those say the same thing. Because to take the original derivative, I had to take it out of radical, put it into power. So you should be able to go back in and out of radical to power very seamlessly. That will be helpful. Okay, so let's take a look at another example. It might be a little bit more complicated. So let's look at this. So in this situation, what you want to recognize is from basic addition, a over c plus b over c equals a plus b over c. That property, basic property of adding fractions, allows two fractions to be added together. It also allows addition in one fraction to be expressed as two fractions. I can rewrite this as 1 plus 2 times x to the negative 1. Now, when I take the derivative of this, what I'm looking at is f prime of x. The derivative of a constant is 0. Now I have a power function, so I'm going to bring out the exponent and multiply it. And I'm also going to subtract 1 from my exponent, so negative 1 minus 1 will give us negative 2. And now I can clean this up a little bit. I have either in power function format, negative 2x to the negative 2, or I can also write it as negative 2 over x squared.